the occasion of birth anniversary of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, who is treated as father of library science in India. In this occasion, I wish you all a happy Librarians Day. On this special occasion, the Department of Library and Information Science is conducting a webinar on awareness program on use of e-resources in academic libraries. The main objective of today's program is to create awareness on e-resources. E-resources have become a substantial part of every academic library collection. Their acquisition, management, and effective utilization is considered mandatory. E-resources include e-journals, e-books, e-magazines, e-theses, dissertations, e-newspapers, e-databases, etc. are available freely over the internet or can also be subscribed by the library. These are available 24/7 location, independent access, up to date and current nature have made them popular among the present day users. In the modern era, where the users are more likely to depend on digital devices for each and every information need. With the encouragement and support of our principal sir, Sri Bjrgdc sir, our college library has made digital library and having the following facilities for staff and our students. Library has rich collection of books. Library is automated with Koha software, circulation of books done with computerized automated service. This way software installed with good collection of e-books, students' study projects, staff articles, etc. stored in library's institutional repository for accessing student and staff. Subscribed, implement, enriched e-resources. 24/7 availability of internet and LAN connectivity. We created library blog for accessing current educational information. These are the facilities available in our library. Before starting this program, I would like to say a few words about our principal sir, Dr. P. Bjrgdc sir. He is a principal of this college and also academic guidance officer at CCE, Telangana State. He is having vast experience in teaching and a member of Executive Council for Usman University. He delivered many lectures through Mana TV channel and written books in physics subject for BSc course. He also received Best Principal Award. He took initiation in introducing several new courses in government degree colleges in Telangana State. We are fortunate to have such great personality as our principal. Now I request our principal sir to address the gathering.
So good morning to all the members who are on the June group.
Morning, sir.
First of all, I must congratulate our librarian Jyoti Garu for organizing this program, wonderful program, National Library Day on the August 12th. So I must also thank the today's resource persons who have come for this program to share their valuable knowledge with the students as well with the staff on the libraries. I think it's a very good initiative taken by our college to know about the e-resources of the available e-resources. Most of the faculty as well as the students do not have any idea about these e-resources what are available on the internet. So I think these kind of programs or these kind of forums will definitely give an opportunity for each and every member, like faculty as well as the students, to know about the e-resources. So this is also. I hope if any librarians are there now on this platform, definitely you should also is the information that goes into the root level. So whenever it goes into the roots, definitely the things will be utilized in a proper manner, and the efficiency of the system is going to increase a lot. So that is how I request, even requesting the to the point of e-resources. We all know that because of this COVID situation, we are all being fixed in between the four walls, and we are not going out. So there is no physical means to well about the e-resources. This is only the way how we can go, we can improve our knowledge, and we can also make our career in a brighter manner. So that is why the e-resources are very, very important. Most of the faculty and the students do not have any good idea about these e-resources. I think that this particular program will help the students as well the staff to know well about these e-resources. I once again thank our resource persons who have come today for this program, Sachinana Garu and Suresh Garu from So some technical issue, I think. Anyway, I hope the students of Bjrgdc are there on the platform, and I request even the other students. Now who are the students are there on the platform. You intimate to your friends now itself. You share the link of this particular meeting and ask them to join the meeting so that everyone will know about the information on the e-resources. I once again thank our librarian, our Jyoti Garu, for organizing such a wonderful program by bringing the very good, knowledgeable and very experienced resource persons today for this program. And I also thank our other supporting staff who are there for supporting this particular program. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wishes and motivational speech to utilize the e-resources. Thank you, sir. Now I request Srimati T. Geeta Sri Madam, Assistant Professor of Political Science, to introduce today's resource person, Sri P. Ramesh sir, Senior Technical Officer, Usmania University. Geeta Madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, one and all. Today, it is great privilege to me to introduce Senior Technical Officer, Usmania University, Mr. Sri P. Ramesh Garu. Ramesh sir is working as Senior Technical Officer, Usmania University. He has 25 years of overall experience and more than 10 years of teaching experience in the field of library and information science, with specialized areas of digital information management, digital libraries, and knowledge management. And he was the topper, and he has received 2 gold medals for obtaining highest marks in his bachelor's and master's degree of library and information science. He has secured highest aggregate percentage in UGC NET examination under the jurisdiction of Usmania University and stood second in the United Andhra Pradesh. He is also postgraduate in mathematics and Microsoft certified IT professional since 1998. Mr. Ramesh has published more than 25 research papers in national and international journals. He is also a reviewer of publications for annals and of library and information science and open access journals of NIS CIAR, UGC CSIR, and DESIDOC means DESIDOC. He is also the major resource person for library and information science programs offered by the University of Hyderabad, Kakatiya University, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad. He has delivered many lectures and e-resources and search techniques, Koha and D-Space software at the refresher course of UGC Academic Staff College at Usmania University and Usmania University of Hyderabad, respectively. He has developed live DVDs for the setup and installation of digital library management systems, library automation software, and content management system. The resource files are kept on source for .NET and open source software repository, and more than 2,000 people from the nearly 80 countries have downloaded the software or using them in their libraries. He has an experience of setting up digital libraries, institutional repositories in the more than 50 institutions. He has the co-convener and the major resource person of 2 UGC sponsored national workshops and developing digital libraries using the D-Space 5.2 inches organized by University College of Women Koti, held during the February 5th 6th of 2016, and St. Anne's College, Medipatnam in February 2015. He has delivered several lectures on D-Space, the digital library management system. His major areas of research are digital libraries, digital library management system, institutional repositories, IPR, etc. He is actively involved in the restoration of a digital library of Usmania University and is coordinating with the National Digital Library of India and IIT Kharagpur on behalf of Usmania University. These are the little introduction of sir. Sir has a more important person to us, sir. We are heartily inviting you, sir, for your deliver your lecture, sir. Thank you very much for giving these opportunities to me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Respected Principal, sir, Dr. P. Balabhaskar Garu, esteemed is a member of Usmania University also. I thank the organizers and the principal, sir, particularly for inviting me and my teacher and guide, Dr. A.S. Chakravarti, sir, who is also the other resource person for this event. Sir, I would like to congratulate all the library professionals on the occasion of National Librarians Day. Taking the inspiration from Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, I'll continue. I'll start my presentation because it's already late. So we'll start presentation. The first presentation will be on open access e-resources, followed by Dr. Chakravarti, sir. He will be delivering the lecture on plagiarism. Okay. Okay, so my presentation will be on effect. My title will be effective use of open access e-resources and some aspects on these areas. I will start my presentation with a quote of Mark Twain, who said the importance of a right resource. So particularly the right resource for us as an academician is a right book. So nowadays the books are available, or any information is available in electronic mode. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the man who cannot read them. That is a quote of Mark Twain, who said the importance of a right resources. So my presentation will be going on like this. I will be briefing you about open access resources, e-resources, various search strategies, how to use the databases, and I'll give a list of open access e-resources which are very useful for research purpose as well as teaching purpose also. Finally, I'll give an overview of various citation styles and reference management systems which are very useful, particularly for research purposes. So as I told you, e-resources, nowadays the resources are available in electronic mode, or particularly if you wanted to say it is in digital format nowadays. So where you can find out various sources are there, like ebooks are there, journal databases are there, digital libraries are there, institutional repositories are there, electronic thesis and dissertation ETDs, newspapers, e-newspapers, particularly e-references, OPACs. OPAC means online public access catalog, WebPACs, courseware. See, because of COVID-19, you all now you are aware of courseware, online teaching modules. Okay, all these are available. They are come under e-resources, archives, and information portals. There are all different types of e-resources which are available in digital format or electronic format. Before going into actually what are all different types of e-resources are there, we'll see, because we have to understand the resource formats also, digital resource formats. Why? Because the resources can be in various formats. As I said, as you can see here, they can be in a multimedia format. So multimedia format can be like a text, it can have a video or a sound capabilities, or it can be an image, it can be data, whatever it may be. It can be a structured document, it can be annotated, it can be a multilingual document. Multilingual means in different languages. It can be available in different languages. I'll show you a brief aspects of all these different types of formats. See, these are the examples of multimedia documents. So videos and slides of tutorials, seminar lectures, all recorded one can be taken as multimedia documents, training sessions, project presentations, demos, all this, right? Next one is the structured documents. See, structured documents are the kinds of documents where we can split the document into, for example, if it is a journal, we can split the journal into article 1, article 2, article 3. And in each article, again, you can split the article into various paragraphs or pages. So why we are doing this is, we can search structured wise, also paragraph wise also, like that. So in case of a video, you can see here video, we can have a scene A, frame A1, A2, like that. We can also have a splitting of that documents, or we can search based on that also. Now, here you can see, we will search for various information sources, because nowadays we are all having online resources, various kind of online resources. And these e-resources are huge in number. It's like ocean of resources. All are available in electronic format. Now, and also there are difficult or challenges for the library professionals to subscribe for these resources. Subscription of these resources and choosing the best among them is also a big challenge for them. So that's what the challenge is. The content selection and identification for access is a very difficult task for a library professional or any information seeking person. It's very difficult to select the content among the ocean of e-resources. So we will search for the information in various kinds of resources, like you can see e-resources, like such as databases, etc., journal articles, conference papers, books or e-books, thesis and dissertations, newspapers. Not only these are there are many kinds of e-resources. Okay, whenever we wanted to search for a information, we generally, our tendency is to open Google, right? So we'll open Google. Google has become like a Professor Google, right? So which can provide any information. So we can find a lot of information on Google, but whether it is authentic or not, we have to ascertain. That's what I'm going to tell you in the next 2 slides. Okay. Now we can see free web and a library databases. Free web is like any information which is available online on the internet. And whereas a library database is a database or which is in electronic format, which is available in a library. Now, we can search anywhere, either in a free web or a database. Where to we search? When to search in a free web, when to search in a library database. That is our issue is. Now, material which is available on the free has a lot of information, but it's not a peer-reviewed one. Whereas information which is available in a library database is a peer-reviewed, because the whenever the article or any information which is posted on a library in a database is always peer-reviewed one, or experts, made by the experts. Then even library databases are also tailored specific for the particular type of audiences. A subject-wise databases are also available, a specialization also. Okay, and whereas in a free web, we can find all the topics which can, even in a free web will contain most of the free web resources contains latest information. Suppose in case of a historical research, we wanted older information which will not be available on a free web. So where we have to search? Then we have to consult a library database which contains even 100 years old data also. So therefore, a library database is much more comprehensive and also authentic sources for finding a information, particularly when we are going for a teaching or a research purpose. Okay, of course, online resources does require the internet connection and the subscription for accessing those e-resources. Okay. Now, before going to actual resources, we have to search, we have to plan our search strategies. Why we are planning our search strategies? To save the time. See, if we waste most of the time on searching and we are not getting the best resources or good resources, it's a waste of time. And also subscription period is also over because of limited period of time. So therefore, we have to plan our search strategies to get effective and better results, right? So then next step is to write a precise definition of what you are looking for. Okay, we wanted to have information on a particular topic. Then you write precisely about that topic. What are you going to looking for? Then you make a list of keywords or phrases, or using synonyms or any other names, alternate names. So then you have to be prepared for narrowing down or broadening search as you go along. If you are not getting the relevant results, you have to broaden it, or if you are getting more results, you have to narrow down the search. So I'll show you some of the strategies in this. See, let us say, for example, I'll show you, this is an example. My topic is analysis of heavy metals in seawater. This is my topic of search. And that needs to find relevant articles. So how to write a strategy? Now, first, I have to break this concept into keywords. Now, keywords is the terms which are which has significance, right? Now, here you can see these are the significant terms. See, this analysis is a significant word. Heavy metals is a significant word. The water is a significant word. Whereas of and in are not significant because they do not have any significance while searching, right? Now, you can use the website synonym.com. So this is a site where we can find the synonyms for some of the English terms or scientific terms also particularly, right? Now we can use that website to find out these synonyms like this. See, instead of analysis, we can use determination also. We can use measurement also, right? So instead of heavy metals, we can use with space, without space also. See, sometimes there is a difference of the number of hits you'll get after the execution of the search, right? So you can use with space and without space also. and you can use some of the heavy metals like examples of this, right? So this is an example how to build the search map. Okay. Now here for the third keyword, sea water, see here, I have used sea space water without space, and also instead of sea water, I'm using ocean. So this is a synonym which has obtained, which you already know, everyone knows this. So we can obtain such kind of synonyms from that website and change these so that you will get different results every time. And after finding the synonyms, so there are some operators and some strategies are there. We'll use those strategies to find out, to get a new kind of a result. The first one is Boolean operators. Next one is nesting technique, truncation technique, and the fourth one is using control vocabulary tools. Now, as we all know what are Boolean operators. George Boolean is the person who has developed these operators. You can see these are all nothing but logical operators used to combine the concepts. We are combining the concepts in various formats so that we'll get whatever the result or relevant results will be executed or will be listed out. See, we can see the Boolean operators are AND, OR, XOR, NOT, and also there is another one, any is also there nowadays, right? I'll show you how to execute that. Now, let us say the topic of search is the crisis of kingship in Shakespeare plays. This is a topic which are going to search. Now, as I told you, first begin with the, identifying the key concept. So, crisis is the key concept, kingship is the key concept, and Shakespeare is also a key concept in this topic place, right? Now, concept one, see, let us say concept one is kingship, concept two is Shakespeare, right? Now, I am finding the synonyms here. See, for kingship, I have found out the synonyms as monarchical power, monarchical legitimacy. So these are the two terms which are obtained from the dictionary or a online website where we can find out the synonyms. Now, we have to use these concepts along with the operators so that we'll get different kinds of results. See here, I'm using the AND operator. You have to use, you have to be careful. You have to use in capital letters. Okay. See here, kingship and Shakespeare, then we'll get an interjunction, right? Intersection of these two concepts means the both should be there in the result. If you wanted any one of them to be there, then you can use OR, okay, OR. And you wanted to exclude some concept, then use not. See, you wanted kingship, not Shakespeare, then you can use this. So only the concepts which are having the concept of kingship will be returned while executing the search strategies. Now, when to use not, when to use or, when to use not. Now, AND operator is generally used to narrow down a search. Narrow down means when you are getting too many results, too many hits, and to narrow down, you have to use the AND operator. When you are getting very less results, then use OR operator so that your search will become broadened. Right? And you wanted to exclude some unwanted results, use the NOT operator. So these operators can also be used in a database as well as the normal search engines. Okay, see here, this is a snapshot of Emerald Journal, Emerald database, where you can see AND or NOT, and these are the areas where you have to enter the concepts. Like that, you have to change these aspects and execute it. You will get different types of results because it's a big list of e-resources. So therefore, you have to search very carefully. Next technique is nesting technique, which is similar to the Bodemar's principle of the mathematics, right? So here we will group the concepts. We'll group the concepts so that whatever the concepts which are placed in that group will be processed first and will be processed with the another concepts. Like for example, see here, you can see I'm using the parenthesis to group the words. See here, example, within the parenthesis, I have kept kingship or monarchical power. So this is one concept. This is the second concept. And between these two concepts, I have used the Boolean operator OR, and I have closed here, and another concept is there, Shakespeare, and I'm processing with the AND operator. Here, what happens is this is processed first, and whatever the list which is arrived at this place will be processed with the AND operator to this concept. So here you can see Like you can use any kind of operators any way, so that you will get different results till you get the whatever the result you wanted it, right? And here you can use, when using these techniques, you can use the truncation method also. So truncation method allows you to need not type all the letters of the search word. So therefore, what you can do is you can use two characters. One is asterisk symbol is there, Another one is the question mark symbol. So what this asterisk symbol will do is, if you place this asterisk after R, it will retrieve the words which are beginning with these words, with these letters. See here, LIBRAR, after that asterisk placed here, it will retrieve librarians, because every word is beginning with this LIBRAR, right? So this is how you can skip some of the words typing, right? But you have to be careful where to place this asterisk also, because if you place it at the wrong place, you will get a wrong result also sometimes. So this is called as truncation method. So asterisk is representing the multiple characters. Multiple characters means, see, it will take more than one character, right? Okay. Suppose if you place at a wrong place, suppose this is an example how it will be affecting you. Instead of placing after P, they have placed after T. So it will retrieve. See here, if you place after T, it will retrieve these words. Okay, symptoms, symptomless. These are the words which are obtained if you place after T. That's what that is not what we wanted. See, there is a change when you place after P. Okay, so there is a change of the result if you place the asterisk after P. So therefore, you have to be careful while using this truncation. Okay, and in this truncation method, there are three methods are there: left truncation, right truncation, and middle truncation. Left truncation is a method where you will place the truncation characters at the beginning, means left, from left. If you place them on the right, it is called as right truncation, and if you place them in the middle, it is called as middle truncation. Okay. Here you can use the question mark also. Question mark. Instead of star is for multiple characters, whereas question mark is for a single character. Suppose you wanted only a single character position, then you can place this question mark. So if you place star, it will take the multiple characters. So this is also called as wildcarding characters, wildcarding in the IT. Okay. Then how to find out what are the another thing is, here we have to find out what are the wild character symbols in a database, right? So everywhere it will not be the same as star and question mark. So it will be changed, right? So therefore, how to find out? Usually the help menu will give you the like frequently answered questions. Such kind of menus will help you giving the star, the wildcard characters which are used in that database. So mostly will be asterisk and a question mark. In some cases, for example, in a STN, Science and Technology Network database, which is a commercial service provider, which uses hash symbol also. In some cases, exclamation is also used. So to find out which is the character truncation symbol which is used, you have to consult the help menu of the database or the librarian who is looking after that. Okay. The fourth technique is the control vocabulary tools. There are various kinds of control vocabulary tools. The popular tools are the thesaurus, and there are two other tools, SLSH and LCSH. Sears list of subject headings and Library of Congress subject headings list. So those two lists are, see here, which are marked in yellow color. So these are the two books which are available, which will be in the library. These have the list of subject headings. Subject headings means when a librarian does the cataloging work, they will use these subject headings mostly, or online also, they will use these subject headings. Instead of searching on another topic or another word which is not used as a subject heading, you can consult these. So these are the authentic subject headings, so that if you search using this, you will get the results very quickly also. And also you'll get the correct results also. So you can use these symbols, these tools, or another one is also there, thesaurus is also there. Thesaurus is like a dictionary which can also be used for finding out the terms which are related to this broad term, narrow terms, Such kind of terms will be provided in the thesaurus. Now, after seeing these four strategies, we'll go to the next top, some of the tricks, simple tricks I'll show you. Now, when we search on exact phrases, exact terms, we'll use double quotes. He's here. So double quotes are placed when you wanted to search for the exact words, including the case sensitive words, right? So you can use this double quote symbol to find out exact or phrase word searching. Now we have to be careful about American and British spellings. See here, there are two different spellings. Both are having the same concepts, right? Fiber, fiber, color, and color. So you change it. So first, when you search with this term, next you search with also this term, so that if there are any sites which are using this term, will also be retrieved. So this is the use of how to search with different words or variant spellings. And while using the topics in scientific science and technology, if you use the abbreviations or popular abbreviations, you'll get some results. And if you use the total technical terms, you'll get different results. For example, liquid crystal display. Even when you go to a shop, also a TV show, if you say, I wanted a liquid crystal display TV, you'll not understand it. So the popular term is LCD or LED, light emitting diode, right? If you say, I want a light emitting diode TV, then you will not understand it. So the popular word is LED, right? So use the popular abbreviations wherever it is suitable. And in case of the search, where you are searching on the publisher name, so then you use the total acronym, right? So suppose, for example, Cambridge University Press. If you use CUP, it will show you CUP, right? So here, in case of publishers, you have to search the full name, American Institute of Physics, AIP, like this, right? Then, of course, you have to beware of spelling mistakes while searching. And in case of search, like theorems, Avogadro's law, Euler's law, or Euler's theorem, something, then you have to use the apostrophes. And do not use the apostrophes in your search, okay? And in case of Spanish and German languages, do not use the umlauts. So because we doesn't have the keyboard of a German language or a Spanish language, we can use the unumlated words such as A, right? We can use these English similar words instead of here. See here, O is there with 2 dots over it. So instead of this word, you can use O, right? So therefore, because we doesn't have that keyboard, we can use that in searching. And of course, you can use the synonyms, common terms. Like for example, sometimes if you use a search on a car, you don't get some results, right? If you use automobile, then you will get some more results, or different results will be there. Or for example, a simple example, student. In our country, it will be student, whereas in other countries, foreign countries like America, they'll use people, right? Or you can say road, okay? We'll use street or road number. In some countries, they will use avenue or boulevard. So we can use these terms to change the search strategies so that we will get a different search results. Okay, and there are some of examples of how to use the theorems. For example, FFT as fast Fourier theorem, DSP as digital signal processing. So you can use this kind of techniques while searching. Now there are other techniques also. For example, there is a fuzzy searching technique, query expansion method, and also multiple database searching. Now fuzzy searching is already there in Google. You can see that searching technique is already there. See, when you type wrongly in a search, while you do search, see here CAMPUTR. So it shows you wanted to search on COMPUTER, right? So this is nothing but fuzzy searching only. So Google search engine already has this provision has been placed in the Google search engine. And query expansion method is another search strategy where the iteration will be processed again and again. See, this process will be done again and again until the relevant results are there. So that this is called as iteration process will be continuously done till the final or required results are processed, or we have got that, right? Now, up till now, we have seen about various search strategies. Now, library databases are there. So you all know what is a database. A database is nothing but a indexed electronic collection or organized electronic collection of records. So whatever the records is nothing but a bibliography of a book or a document. Bibliography means the details about an electronic resource, such as author name, title, or the page numbers, who is the publisher. Like that, details are kept in the form of a database, right? So such kind of scholarly databases are called as library databases. And there are two kinds of databases are there. Online are there, and also offline are also there. Now, these offline databases are all available in CD-ROMs or DVDs, whereas online mode, you should have an internet connection to access them online. Okay. And various kinds of databases are also there, depending upon the type of the content inside the database, right? So it can be a textual database, numerical database, audio databases, video databases, image databases, multimedia. The video database, Google, YouTube. YouTube is nothing but a video database which contains huge number of videos, right? And also image databases. Image databases contains all photographs or pictures, right? And whereas a non-bibliographic and non-bibliographic database are also there. Bibliographic database is a database where you will contain all bibliographical details of the electronic resources or information resources which are available in your library or in your college, right? Or in a particular site. And also non-bibliographic means it will contain other than bibliographical records, right? And based on the scope, right? For example, if the data is of local, then it's called a local database. If it's a regional area, like for example, Telangana region, it's a regional database. If it's an international, it's called as global database. And of course, free and commercial databases are also there. Free, they are nothing but open access e-resources. And commercial means we have to pay for them to access them. And also online, offline modes are also available for these databases. Of course, there are other kinds of databases also there. Like for example, catalog database is there, which is an opaque database, which is available in a library. Referral database is a database where it will not show you the exact information, but it will show you the address where the information is available. So it contains the references or the sources of information. Okay, it does not provide the information, but it provides the sources where you can find the respective information, right? And also there are multidisciplinary or subject-specific databases. Full text databases are also there. Citation-only databases are also there. So different types of databases are also there. It's a challenge for the librarian and other library professionals to choose among them. Okay. And digital libraries. Digital library is a concept, not latest concept. It has emerged some recently or 5 years back, where the content in the library is available in digital format. So you need not go to the library physically. You can access the documents which are there in the library from your home or at your doorstep. So you can download all the documents which are in digital format and read at your convenience. Okay, so it's a 24/7 provision of providing the library services to the clients. Now, digital library, as you all know, many colleges will be going for the NAAC accreditation. Particularly when are going for NAAC accreditation, you have to check whether you have an automation of the library, and a digital library is also there, right? So if you are having these concepts in your these are there in your college, then you will get substantive marks for that in NAAC accreditation process, right? Now, institution repository is also another concept where all the digital products or digital publication of your faculty members or students can be posted on the digital library website or an institutional repository, right? So, of course, I will show you some of the institution repositories, popular institution repositories, so that you can also prepare your own institutional repository of your college, where you can post all your notes, you can post your PPTs, you can post your journal articles taking the permission from the journal publishers, all can be posted on your institutional repository websites, right? So this is an example of a West Bengal public library network, a snapshot of that, where it is providing a digital library services where you can search based on a subject or an author or year-wise also. So many libraries, many popular libraries or universities also have digital libraries, so that you can also search these rights, so that you can find out the publications of the members of the universities or members of the research institutions. Right? You can use the keyword technique also. So there are two provisions. Either you can choose from these areas, author, title, or you can also search using this box where you can type the phrase, right? Now, when you are searching for a term in a database, when you are searching for information in a database, you should not use the phrases. Okay, while searching in a database, you should not use the phrase. Why? Because the database is already an indexed one. So all the key concepts are already indexed there. So you do not type the phrase, you just type the key concepts there, so that you will get the matching results, right? So you have to remember, whenever you are going for a library database, you should not search with the phrase search. Okay. These are the terms which are not to be used while searching a database. Of course, these can be used while searching in a normal search engine, whereas in a database you need not use, right? Why? Because already these are the words which are there in the library database, which are indexed. Okay, they have used these terms for indexing the records. Okay. Then another website, thesaurus.com, as I told you, it's a control vocabulary tool which will provide you details about a concept. Like, for example, if you wanted a related terms of a particular concept, or a narrow terms or a broad term for a particular concept, you can consult this thesaurus.com. So which will be very benefit when you are searching for a concept. Of course, Wikipedia or encyclopedia is there, so which will give you more information about a particular concept. Okay, you can also consult, if you wanted some background information about a concept, you consult the online encyclopedias or Wikipedia. Now we can also use the delimiters. Suppose, for example, why we are using delimiters? To save the time or to narrow down the search. You are going to narrow down the search by using these delimiters. So you can restrict your search to a particular subject. You can restrict to particular, like for example, you wanted to search only in a peer-reviewed journals. You can tick that. Like check boxes will be there where you have to tick that boxes, so that only search will be there in those areas only. Or you wanted to search in a particular year, like 2020 or 2015, you can search, so that the search can be processed very quickly. And also, you wanted the full text of the journal article, you can search them. Or you doesn't want a full text article, you wanted only citations for them, just you can click on those delimiters, so that you can restrict your search. Of course, the language is also there. So therefore, you wanted to search only in English language, you can search them. Or any other language also, you can select them. So these are the delimiters which can be used to narrow your search results. Okay, and of course, these are the stop words, means these are the words not to be used in searching a digital library management system. Like, for example, which I have shown, West Bengal Library Network, which is a digital library, where you need not use these terms, because it is also a library databases only. Okay, phrase searching, use double quotes. So you wanted to search exact phrase, place them in the double quote like this. So it will search for the words exactly, right? Now, instead of there are some symbols are also there. Plus symbol makes the search. Suppose you wanted to make a word mandatory, okay, then you can use this plus symbol. So what happens is, if you use plus doctrine, means you wanted the search results this word compulsory. So you wanted to instruct the computer or the processor to tell that I wanted this word as a mandatory term in search, then use the plus term. And you wanted to exclude hyphen or minus symbol, So it means nothing but training, not cat. Like here, instead of minus symbol, you can also use not symbol here, not operator. Okay, you wanted to eliminate something, you can use not or hyphen symbol. Now, if citation is too long means you have got too many results. See, we will experience this when we search in a Google, right? So most of them will not be going beyond the page 3 Google also. Whenever you search in Google or any other search engine, will not go beyond the page 3 or page 4. Okay, that is, there are too many pages, that is too many citations are there. Then of course there may be a relevant one after 10 pages also. How to find out that, right? So what you have to do is, when there is a too much of citation list, then use the AND operator, and also limit your search using the limiter function, so that it will be restricted to lesser number of pages and relevancy is increased. Means precision will be increased, relevancy will be increased if you use AND operator. Then there are no citations. Of course, you will also get this situation. Why? Because if you use the wrong concept, instead of using one concept, you are using another concept, you are confusing or something happened. So then you will get no citation. Then what to do? Then use the OR operator. Check the spelling of the terms, and also eliminate one or more of the search terms, or use OR operator, so that and also you can use the official descriptor of a particular topic. Now this official descriptor can be found out from LCSH or SLSH. So there are the two books which provides the official descriptors of a particular topic. So that if you search using these descriptors, you'll get the search, authentic search, or very quickly you can run down the results, right? Now, of course, you can use the opaque databases. Use the opaque databases. You wanted to search for the resources in the library collection, then go for opaque database. That is books, journals. Wanted you see this? Search for opaque database. Now, when you wanted to search for a journal article, then you go for the databases which are subscribed by the library. Okay. Of course, the library will subscribe. You have Enlist program here. I think you have the Enlist website is there. You can have, that is a UGC program. Enlist is a UGC project where the affiliated colleges have been given the e-resources which are available freely for the colleges which are under 12B, right? Then, of course, there are other strategies are also there. See here, this is the Enlist site, and also there is another one, Delnet is also there. Okay, these are the two sites which are providing the various kinds of resources. Of course, Enlist is there for your college. Okay, another one is also there, PQDT, Proquest Dissertations and Thesis. So this is a site where you can find out the digitized thesis and dissertations. PhD thesis and dissertations are available in this site, which is openly available for all the clients, right? So you can also search using these AND operators, or like this, you can use this. See this, this is a snapshot of the PQDT website where you can use the Boolean operators and you can find out the site, right? See here, when I have used the terms kingship or monarchical power and I have executed this search, it has retrieved, these are the results, right? So you can see here, this is the PhD thesis of Marquette University, right? You can download this PhD thesis full text. Suppose if the full text is not available, you can also order a copy, or you can consult the author requesting the person to send the full text of the PhD thesis, right? So you can have such kind of provisions in the PQDT. This is a very good website. Who are interested in research work can choose this. Okay. Then finally, to conclude the search results, before going to open access resources, various open access resources, if there are too many results, use AND operator and change the keywords. Or if there are too few results, use OR operator and also add synonyms. And if there are too many irrelevant results, exclude terms using the NOT operator. And if there are no results, use the general words, so that it is again broadening the concept there. Okay. Now, finally, whether now we all have a doubt whether to use Google or not. You can use Google, but get an awareness or a brief about a concept, you can use Google search engine or any other search engine, in fact. Okay. Now, if you want to write a proper research, if you wanted to do a proper research, always consult a library database. Why I'm saying is because Wikipedia or Google may be authentic, may not be authentic. Okay, they might provide authentic information, might not be authentic also sometimes. But library database will always be a authentic source. Why? Because they're all peer-reviewed one. Now, these are all the various kinds of search engines are there. So, we all know Google, right? There are other search engines also there, Baidu, Bing. Of course, there are some Chinese also there here. Okay. And there are examples of meta search engines. These are all the examples of meta search engines, right? Now, what is the difference between a general search engine and a meta search engine? Now, meta search engine is a more powerful search engine than a normal search engine. Why? Because whenever we throw a query into a search engine, it will be sent to multiple search engines. See here, the query is sent to meta search engine. That query is sent to multiple search engines, right? And it will gather all the information, and it will be sent back to the respondent. So see here, this is how the multiple search engine works, meta search engine works. Now, finally, I'll give a list of various open access resources. I think I have 10 more minutes. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll provide you some of the list of open access resources. Now, open access means you all know they are available freely, which are available freely to download, to read, to copy, whatever it may be, to distribute or print or whatever it may be on through internet. You can use them. Of course, they are made available through Bethesda Open Access Initiative. Okay. Now, why we are going to always you publish a research paper in an open access journal? Why? Because you need not pay for that. Open access journal, you need not pay for them. Sometimes some journals are asking for the author processing charges. Of course, in open access journal, there will not be any charges for that. And also, you will get more citations. Why? Because visibility will be more in the open access journals. And also, of course, many open access journals are also high quality, and rigorous peer procedures are also followed in these journals, right? For example, like double-blinded peer review technique is also followed in many open access journals, right? You need not go for a commercial journal where they are charging for that for publishing in their journal, right? Okay, I'll show you some of the examples of open access e-resources. Like for example, World eBook Library. So this is a snapshot of World eBook Library, which is a little bit commercial one, but nominal charges. They are taking nominal charges. I think it is around $8.95 annual subscription. It contains around 30 lakh books. 30 lakh ebooks are available in this website. Wikibooks, you all know Wikibooks. At present, I think this is the latest one. Of course, I have taken it a week back. Around 3,115 books are there, and 86,855 pages have been digitized. Jester is again a which is also semi-free and commercial one. Okay, some of the books are made available for freely, some are on commercial basis also. Now, Directory of Open Access Resources, Open Door. It's a website, it's an international one where we can find out resources which are available in various countries. See, this is a snapshot of OpenDOIR. So you can search on subject area, content, language, software which is used. So there have been kept many provisions here. So when you search here, it will find out all the resources, open access resources or repositories which contains the list of journals or list of journal articles, everything will be there, right? Then ETDs, electronic thesis and dissertations. So nowadays all thesis and dissertations are digitized. Of course, the new ones are all born digital only. So they are available in a digital format. Of course, the old documents have been digitized and kept online. Now, InflipNet is an institution, UGC institution, which has been leading the efforts of digitizing the electronic thesis and dissertations at national level. Okay, and there are several projects are there at international level. NDLTD, Worldwide ETD Index, DART, DIVA is there, Cyber Thesis, PQDT Open, OATD. There are many websites. Of course, I have included only a few of them. Okay, suppose this is a snapshot of NDLTD. Ohio link is the Ohio link where you can find out the thesis of DART. DART is there, European thesis. Suppose you wanted to consult the thesis which are published in European universities, you can consult this DART. Then DIVA is there, so you can find out the thesis collection of Scandinavian universities. So it's a centralized archive of a joint group of Scandinavian universities, DIVA online. Cyber thesis, it's our French ETDs, French electronic thesis and dissertations can be searched in this website. PQDT, of course, you have seen this, PQDT, Request Open Dissertation and Thesis. So it contains more than many theses and dissertations. Okay, this is a snapshot of over 2 million titles, it seems. Over 2 million titles are there, so which can be available access also for purchase as well as access also. Now, of course, Shodhganga, you all know Shodhganga is the UGC project where it's a repository of completed PhD thesis. So you can search this repository always, and this is the latest one. 270,000 theses are available, published in various universities of India. Okay, of course, another one, OATD. OATD is also another website where you can find out open access various theses and dissertations. So it seems there are 2 lakhs, I think, 20. You can find out the research articles there. And open access journal search engine, right? So this is another website where you can find out a list of search engines. These are all search engines on a particular subject. Simply click on these subjects so that you will get a list of all the journals. Okay, then you choose a journal and click on that. Automatically, it will direct you to that website and you can access the articles in them. And Sakshat is a program of, again, UGC program. So under that only, the many projects are there. Okay. Then CEC program, Consortium for Education Consortium, EduSat. So live streaming of various educational programs are also there under EduSat. EPG Pathashana, it's again a PG program. See, actually NPTEL was there first, NPTEL for engineering colleges. So where they have posted all the video lectures of IIT professors and IITs and NITs lectures were posted on the NPTEL. So there was a requirement for other subjects also, like social sciences and sciences. Then UGC has developed this project EPG Pathshala, where video lectures, text modules are also there, provided by many eminent teachers. Under this, you can search for a particular subject and you can access them. Spoken Tutorial is a project of, again, UGC undertaken by IIT Mumbai, where you can have your faculty and as well as the students can enroll under this program, and they can learn some of the softwares, and also some of the other modules are also available under this. So you can use this. This is again free one, right? So under this project, IIT Mumbai has developed several modules. Learning modules are there. You can download them and you can learn them. INDCAT. So all Indian universities catalog have been kept at one place. It's a union catalog. So where you can search a particular book, which, and it shows you where it is, in which university it is there, and where it is located. And list, this is again National Library of Library and Information Services infrastructure for scholarly content. This has been provided to all the colleges under which are covered under 12B. And InflipNet is an agency of UGC. So again, you can find out some of the publications of InflipNet also under this. Shodh Gangotri is a repository of where the research is in progress. All the research has been kept in this website. Okay. eShodh Sindhu again, the repository of e-resources. All the e-resources of different subjects have been kept. See here, 217 universities, 89 technological institutes, and more than 10,000 e-journals are there. 1,64,000 e-books are available in this. Just search this. You can become a registered user of individually also, by institutional also. You can take the membership here. eGyanKosh is again a very good open access resource where you can find all the learning material or the Indira Gandhi National Open University learning material posted. No. So Swayam, you already know Swayam is there. Swayam is a free online portal where self-education can be done, where from 2 months program to 2 years degree programs are also there in this Swayam program, which is a UGC recognized program. Okay, there are many other resources are there. I will skip all this. Just Librarary. I will send this to you. Can, of course, this is one very good website, Globethics, where you can find the books on ethics and philosophy. Okay, most of the I think now in UG courses they have been made mandatory about ethical values. So you can use this to suggest some reading material on ethics and values. DOAB, Directory of Open Access Books. Okay, so there are many are there. Courseware, Open Access Courseware, Library, Textbook Revolution. So there are many are there. I'll just skip on this. Of course, this is Universal Digital Library undertaken by Carnegie Mellon University. Okay, I'll skip all this. Finally, before concluding, I'll show you some important aspects. So you can find out that different links are there. You can directly click on them. You can find out, right? Now, before concluding, just 2 minutes on important aspects like such as citation styles and reference management software. Now, citation styles. Now, what is a citation style? Now, the bibliography when you enter at the end of the research article, right, in a particular format. So that is called as a citation style. Why do we use citations? See, if you do not cite them when you do research, if you do not cite them, it will come under plagiarism or your infringement. It is called as copyright infringement, right? So therefore, citation is must. That is nothing but your citing means you are acknowledging the person or intellectual work of the other person. Now, why cite? When we write research articles, we have to compulsory cite them. Why? Because we have to back up our own arguments, acknowledge the other person's intellectual work, and also show the research done by us, and also help readers to clarify what you have told through this bibliography. Okay, and there are some citation sheets are there. Suppose many people will not be knowing how to write in the format, right? So there are some style sheets are there. MLS style means Modern Language Association, APA Association of American Psychological Association, APA style, and Chicago style is there. Many styles are there. Of course, for each style there is a style sheet. Just click on this link to find out the format of that. See how you interpret the references. So these are the like for example, this is the author name, this is the year, this is the title of the article, this is the journal title, this is the volume, this is the issue, and in which page it is there. So using these citations also, you can search them. Okay. Of course, there will be different types of formats. For a book, it will be different. For a journal article, it will be different. For an electronic source, it will be different also. For example, you have consulted a electronic e-journal or e-article, you have to write even the downloaded date also, or on the date on which date you have downloaded or referred it, even the time also you have to mention there, because after some days it might not be there on the internet. So therefore you have to mention the date, the site, the reference link also in the citations. Of course, to help us, there are some softwares also. Of course, in this, the first two are the commercial softwares. EndNote and Reference Managers are two commercial softwares which are useful for referencing, right? And the other two, Zotero and Mendeley, are two open source software which are very useful for referencing our citations. To type citations, they are very helpful. Okay, we can use anyone. Just a few 2 or 3 slides on Mendeley and Zotero. Now Mendeley will help you. See, it is available in 3 formats. It is available on desktop, it is available on web, it is also available on mobile. Now, what's an advantage of this reference management system is, whenever you search on internet, you connect, you install a plugin of this reference management system on the browser, so that whatever you have searched, you save into Zotero or Mendeley, so that you need not type the references at the end of writing your article. So that's an advantage of the reference management systems. Okay, you can select whatever you want, whatever source you wanted to include in your citations. That's an advantage of the reference management systems. Okay, and I'll show you Mendeley. Okay, see here. So whenever you install this, even on the Microsoft Word also it will appear. Mendeley, that plugin also will appear in the Word also, as well as in the Firefox or Google Chrome also. It will be there. That plugin will be there. Okay, and Zotero is there. Zotero is also similar to Mendeley. Is also an open access source, open access software, reference management software, which is also available on desktop as well as web also. Okay, now how to install it? Just go to Google and type the keywords download and just install it. It's very easy to install, and after installing you have to use the connector. So you have to install the connector also, so that, see here, whenever you search for a document, there will be option save to Zotero, right? So whatever the search is done here, that can be saved to Zotero. So later on, you can copy that references and paste in your Word document where you are writing the article, research article. So that's an advantage. You can store it in your website or in your login ID, so that you can use it later also. Okay. So of course, even our Microsoft Word also has the references tab where you can change the style. So you have to first add all the bibliographical details into the database and select the style here, type of style like APA, Chicago style, whatever the style you have selected, here it can be selected. Of course, in that format, it will be changed. Okay. Now with this, I'll conclude my session, and I thank the participants to listen, who are listening me very patiently. Thank you very much. Now, anyone can question?
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable information about kinds of e-resources, how to search the e-resource and different types of open access resources. It will be useful to our participants, sir. Now it is the time for question and answer session. Anyone can share their doubts. I am requested to participants to share their doubts.
15th రోజు నేను పోతాయా 15th రోజు సండే
Hello.
పోతాయా 15th రోజు మధ్యాహ్నం వెళ్ళిపోయి సాయంత్రం వరకు ఉంటాం.
No, any of the students?
Sir?
It's very quite informative, sir.
Yes.
We know we use the Boolean expressions,
Yeah.
but we teach it in our digital electronics. And application part, I always teach it in admissions, the verification purpose.
Okay.
But this is the right place where we can also give an example. In the library facilities, we can use this digital electronics.
Yes,
Very
yes,
right
yes.
information, sir. Thank you very
అందుకంటే
much.
ముందు రోజు ఆడే ప్రాజెక్ట్ అయింది. సండే రోజు
Sir, excellent presentation. Sir, I am Venkatesh.
Sir, Namaste, sir. I am Mallika from Bjrgdc Government Degree College, Assistant Professor of Public Administration.
Okay, ma'am.
Really an excellent informative session, sir. As we are doing research, it's also useful to us in our research, as
Yes.
well as exploring in different dimensions to explain to the students by accessing the peer-reviewed journals and articles. Sir, I have one doubt, sir. Lastly, that referencing websites, so we can access them directly, sir, or we have to register or something?
No, you have
like
to
that,
register. You have to register your name. It's free only.
Okay. It's
Free
free.
only. Just
Okay.
install in your desktop or online
Okay.
also access is there. Login user,
Okay,
user ID, and
Okay,
just search. Okay, there will be option. Literature search option is there. So
Yes,
click
sir.
on that and just search. So whatever
Yes,
you have searched, it will be saved in your that folders.
Okay, sir. Sir, another doubt, sir, that Library of Congress of United States, sir, directly we can access on that, sir?
Yeah, you can access the website.
Okay.
So the timings will be a problem maybe. Sometimes that server may not be available, but you can
Okay.
access the OPAC.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Really have enlightened us very nicely. Grateful to you. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I am Venkateshwarlu from Government Degree College, Agraharam,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I am here audible, sir.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for your informative session, sir. I have
Thank
a query on copyright and other issues, sir.
Okay.
Daily we see new lot of information and related to studies and useful information to student and staff member. We nowadays newspapers are restricting to download the image or PDF.
Yes.
How to share the useful and career guidance information to the students, sir. And one more, a lot of free books are available on internet.
Yes.
Can we download and can we keep it in our disk space institutional repository, sir?
The website is allowing you to download, you can allow it. So of course, if it is an open source, means you can download them, right? So some sites would be allowing you to download, but you can read them. You can read them online now. Okay. If the website is providing that facility, we can use them. Of course, everything is
PDF drive.net is there, sir. Lot of books are available which are used for students and staff. Can we keep a local copy in our library repository?
Yeah.
What about newspaper clippings, sir?
Clippings,
can we share?
On paper is there, no? Onlinenewspapers.com. So it
Yes,
has
sir.
more than 10,000 plus newspapers. You can search them online. You can read them online.
Sir, can we share the clippings of any information which are useful to the students?
I'll send this PP to the librarian.
Sir.
You can ask her. There are many, because lack of time, I have skipped many of the sites. So whatever the site you wanted it relevant to you, you can use them. Okay. There is a huge list of sites are there here in this presentation. I just skipped all this, right? So you can use them later also.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir, for clarify our doubts of our participants.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, organizers, also for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences, and I congratulate the organizers also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is great pleasure to me to introduce Dr. K.S. Chakravarti sir. He is the assistant professor of um,
Hello,
Library
madam.
and Information Science, Usmania University. His specializations are library automation, digitization, DSpace e-resources, information retrieval system, search strategies, information and communication, digital standards and formats, plagiarism, etc. He has 31 years experience. He has teaching experience 15 years. He delivered lectures in various places, Usman University, PRAOU, UGC, HRC, KU, ISSR, SRC, JATU, OU PG Center, Jogipet, etc. These articles are 59 national and international articles. A number of seminars attended 72. Visited Thailand and presented a paper in international conference. Number of books for degree level 3 and for degree and PG level. He edited a number of books. He presently supervising 8 PhD scholars and 3 PhD awarded. He is a coordinator of anti-plagiarism software and in charge of Shodhkanga project at OU. He is also in charge of eShod Sindhu e-journals at OU. Thank you very much, sir. I inviting Dr. A.S. Chakravarti, sir.
Good afternoon, one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Respected Balabhaskar Garu, Principal of the Bjrgdc College, and Jyoti Madam. Thanks for inviting me for this webinar. And my topic is plagiarism, concepts, factors, and solutions. And this is in continuation of that lecture covered by Ramesh, where Ramesh, what is telling that search e-resources, use that resources, copy and paste, so many things you can do. But whereas myself, I will cancel. I will not allow to copy anything with my subject. Okay. The plagiarism is, before going to start my presentation, I'll tell about myself, because 2 years I'm working in this plagiarism with this subject, and almost I checked 2000 plus thesis in Usman University in multiple times. Almost in that 700 plus theses are awarded, submitted and awarded, and remaining some of the theses like 50 or 60 were rejected because of too much of copy in that. In these 2 years, I got a lot of experience in this plagiarism, and I found so many malpractices people added in their thesis. And all. We will discuss about all these things. And the basic concept of this plagiarism is nothing but kidnapping. Kidnapping, theft in literature, and steals thoughts of writings of others. So many things. Because what people will think that, because based on the lecture delivered by Ramesh, one of the doubts expressed by some scholar here, can we use or download ebooks and upload the same into our website? It is not possible. Why? Because they are already providing that resources in their website. You can have right to provide only the link of that website. You cannot download and you cannot add into your website. Just you can provide only link to that website where you can access so many resources in that. Okay. This topic is nothing but kidnapping of the words of others, like child is kidnapped from a parent. A majority of the cases, what we will do, we will search the information on internet, and when information is available on the screen, immediately we will do copy, control C and control V. We will copy there and we will paste in our documents. Their problem starts. What we think that available information on the screen is free. It is not free actually. Each and every page on internet is protected with copyright. Each and every page on internet is protected with copyright. If you search any website, you scroll down at the bottom of that page, you can find the copyright details. Just you can use, but you cannot further continue usage of that. You can download and you have to rewrite that information in your own sentence, and you have to provide the citation of that from you where you copied. Otherwise, people think that you are only the owner of that literature created or copied something. Actually, this was started protecting this once core information started in the year 70. Are you able to see my screen? Because I'm sharing my screen here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This was started in 1709 by the author Statue Annie. He legalized their property. Property means it's not buildings or land, something like whatever the text we produce, for that we are the owners. And the person Statue Annie claimed rights over their work. Since then, the copyright came into existence. Copyright is an international area where law has been embraced by many nations. Because so many people, majority of the resources what you are seeing in electronic databases that are from various countries, and we have to protect their country's copyright acts and so many things. According to an international agreement on copyright, the Berne Convention for the Protection of Literary and Artistic Works of 1886, that convention is organized by World Intellectual Property Organization in 1886. Since then, so many nations, almost 100 nations, are still signing. What they are telling that they will protect copyright of their country and other countries' agreements or copyright laws. And almost 119 countries includes India, China, and many other countries. They are involved in protecting copyright, and they are also controlling intellectual property as well. Actually, this plagiarism is nothing but copying of another person's ideas or expressions without appropriate acknowledgement. This is the thing what I'm telling. If you download anything from internet, immediately you have to acknowledge the source of that. Otherwise, people, what they will think, that is your own creation. And when we check in that in a software, then automatically it shows the direction of the owner. Then problem starts, and it shows what percentage you copied from here. Okay, but that is nothing but to steal and pass off as one's own. Majority of the cases, what we are doing, we are copying and we are presenting in our document either theses or articles like our own creation. Here problem starts, and nowadays each and every institution and each and every university is protecting copyright, protecting this copying and all by using a plagiarism software. But people, what they will think that only if I copy text, that only be catched, but it is not only text. It includes not only written words such as books or journals, but data or images presented in tables, diagrams, designs, plans, photographs, films, so many things. Some of my experience, like people, what they will do, they will copy some tables and paste in their PhD reports. Actually, when you copy anything other than text, also it catches. Software catches and it shows the direction from where you copy, and it also shows the percentage of copy from that website. And don't think in any another way, like if I copy any diagram, pictures, or nobody will catch. No, software is very intelligent and it catches even photographs, films, music, images, cables, everything. Because nowadays software coming with a lot of features, like it is not content based, it is concept based. If you copy something and rewrite, also it will catch. And the role of librarian in identifying plagiarism, because the majority of the institutions engaging librarians to protect this copyright. in various countries, like collaboration among librarians and instructors in helping students. And I'm working as instructor or coordinator in Usman University and conducting so many awareness programs and delivering so many lectures regarding copyright or intellectual property rights or plagiarism to various departments in Usman University. Like that, I'm because if you take any one department like physics or chemistry, the faculty in that department having knowledge in only that subject. But whereas librarians having knowledge in all the subject areas, not in depth, but the basics they know, and how people are copying, how they have to avoid everything librarian can manage. And librarians are well trained in citation style, standards, bibliography, because these are the part of their curriculum, and they know how to present our citations and all. And that is the reason institutions identified librarians and in protecting copyright and plagiarism. And librarians provide information to users. Either it is in print or it is in electronic format. Librarians will provide information to users in various formats, and scenario is totally changed. Previously, students used to come to library and read print books, but now nobody is coming to library and they are watching, they are searching on internet, they are gathering so much of information and by the help of librarians and all, because just like our Ramesh explained about various resources, because with that, you know where information is available. That you can, because librarian can gather information, can disseminate information to the users. And in majority of the universities in US, what they are doing, they are engaging librarians in conducting plagiarism awareness programs, like this program, and at the same time, like we will call it as PAP, plagiarism awareness program. In the same way, I'm also involved as a coordinator in Usman University, and I'm also conducting these plagiarism awareness programs, not only in Usman University, and I'm also conducting like these programs in several colleges and institutions, even universities. And later what they did, because this is a successful program going on in and around US, and later other universities also adopted the same, and they engaged librarians in protecting plagiarism in their universities or institutions. And educational institutions and plagiarism, because educational institutions produce a lot of information. They do research. They research existing information and they provide a lot of information to the next coming generation, and have seized on legal locations of copyright protection and included them in plagiarism, because each and every institution has to protect copyright of others. And this is nothing but in their policy, they have to protect by using plagiarism software and regulations. Such policies in universities across Australia, USA, India, and other countries consume plagiarism in terms of academic misconduct and also leads to punishment. If anybody copies, it leads to punishment. Punishments like warnings, suspension, expulsion. If anybody caught catching after catching some by software, automatically there should be some penalty or punishment to that scholar. And even what I told, almost 52 students in Usman in last 2 years are rejected in submitting their PhD, because they have indulged in plagiarism, and the majority of the cases they copied almost 80+% in their research. In their thesis, they copied 80% more. That is the reason we have rejected. And later, finally, you will get also legal consequences, even monetary something problems. And why writers plagiarism? Why? What is the problem? Why we need to copy paste something? In an inability to discuss the issues, because majority of the people in like Usman, people come from a rural background, that they are unable to discuss in a proper way, and they depend on the existing information which is there on internet, and the lack of paraphrasing skills and incorrect citation, purely summarizing, like copying there and pasting here, and leading to committing the acts of plagiarism. The problems are, because this is actually comes under unintentional part of plagiarism. And here, forward, what is telling you, observe that an absence of ethics or ignorance of the citation conventions. Please observe my statement here. Howard is the author. In 1995, he is mentioned that observes that an absence of ethics. Nothing will happen if I copy. Who will catch me? Nobody will punish me. And like this is nothing but the absence of ethics or ignorance of citation. Because I'm copying, I'm taking from so many sources, but I'm unable to present the citation style in a proper. Because this is nothing but the lack of skills in that. And Howard mentioned in 1995. Actually, what I did, this is not my sentence. this sentence like observes that an absence of critics or an ignorance of citation conventions is the sentence developed by, created by Howard in 1980. That is the reason I have given credit to the author in my sentence. In the same way, if you present anything which is written by other author just by using a standard style like AP or ML style, if you mention in your document, automatically that will be excluded from the plagiarism. Okay? And researcher forces to depend on the previous knowledge. Of course, research is nothing but searching the existing knowledge. Definitely, we have to depend on the existing knowledge already found, and we have to use that knowledge, and we have to continue with that point of time, like through investigations, experimentations, including intuitions, experiences, so many things. We have to continue that point. That means we have to definitely depend on the existing literature, and we have to present the same literature in our PhD thesis or any other. And my experience in the law department of law in Usman University, because majority of the thesis in law department where there's some students submitted, having a lot of percentage of copy, like 60, 70, 80, something like. Actually, they are not doing any misuse or some copyright violation of copyright. But the thing is, when they have to mention any law related to case, they have to mention as it is. If they mention as it is, automatically software will catch that you are copied that information. At that moment, we have to put the information, copied information within the quotation, and we have to give the source of that information. We have to give the source of that information. Automatically, that will be excluded, and majority of the cases, people are submitted by using that small techniques in their research, and past knowledge is required to substantiate the arguments or statements, or even to counter. This is an example. A student has to present previous case details. That is nothing but past knowledge. They have to mention at that point of time. If they mention, automatically software will catch. There is a solution for that. Just put in the quotation and you mention the source of that, automatically that will be excluded. That is nothing but citation and review of literature in that. And borrow the already existing knowledge, past knowledge in our words, since required, it opens to a chance of copying, and it leads to plagiarism. And many people, especially in academic and research environment, have almost a necessity for publishing, because I think in this room, so many people are doing research. There is a condition in that research is they have to present a minimum 2 articles before submitting their PhD. That leads to plagiarism. That leads to breaking of copyright laws. And people, what they will do while writing their articles, they will copy so much of information from other source and publishing. This is nothing but a necessity publishing. And I'll tell you how to avoid all this thing in my slides, and how publish or perish. Because without publishing, you cannot submit PhD and you cannot go further in academic activities. And this has been a tempting impact on authors, scholars, researchers, and students to make use of already existing available information in their works and publications. Of course, acknowledging the source, that is the problem what we are doing in our work, because we are copying. That is necessary. We are copying from various sources. Immediately, Ramesh also mentioned a few slides in his presentation, like citation styles. For example, if you copy anything from internet, you have to mention the internet website address. You have to mention the internet address below that, or in the references, or in the bibliography, along with date and time, because that is a standard format in any one style, like APM or MLS, something like. And a notion among the student scholars is that the internet information available on public domain is free. No, it is not free. Information available on internet is not free. Each and every page is protected with copyright. And few websites are there where, like government websites, organizations like UN.org, something like, where you can use that information subject to condition. You have to provide citation for that information in your document. And so many cases, because knowingly or unknowingly, people indulge plagiarism and copy and publish there. And few cases, actually, this is actually not a small persons. And one case I'm presenting in my slide, Park is the author in 2008. in his work, page number like 15, stated that many a time the students are accused of indulging in plagiarism. Why? Because it is necessary. Park also states that students are not only the inventors of plagiarism. What people will think students are or research scholars will only copy plagiarism. No, this is not like that. Not only students, we identified so many, like you see, many scholars, authors, etc., who were celebrated. So even celebrities, intellectual stalwarts, in their field of subjects like William Shakespeare also indulged plagiarism. Mark Twain, Michael Jackson, Steven Spielberg, Albert Einstein, and so many stalwarts or celebrities also indulged in plagiarism. I'll give an example. We are watching one picture, and where you can find something like some of the screens or shots in that picture appears in the previous picture what we have seen. What we have, this song is already it is there. That this type of tune is there in other song. This type of scenes are there in other scene. Actually, that is nothing but the copy one. And the majority of the regional language people, what they will do, they will copy from Hollywood movies and paste in their pictures direct in that way. Nobody will catch. But later, some consequences appears in that, and they have to face some problems. Like very recently, some cases we have seen in breaking news or in news channels or in internet. Story released, one movie released and running successfully, and one person come to the screen that this story is stolen by the director, and I am the owner of that story, and I sue a case on his name or something like. Only 2 days that will be appear on the screen or in the media. Later that will be disappear. What happens behind the screens? Some adjustments will be there in between that owner of that story and that something like some monetary adjustment, something like. In that way, people will indulge in plagiarism. Not only common people, even stalwarts of the. This is one big case. Actually, one instance on plagiarism, CNN and Time recently suspended Farid Zakaria. He's an Indian American journalist on a plagiarism charge. What he did, he was accused of indulging in his column about gun laws. He wrote a column called "Gun Laws in Time magazine, and one of the paragraph in that article resembled an article wrote by Jill Lepore. Jill Lepore is the owner of the original article, and one paragraph copied from that by Farid Zakaria and pasted in his article "Gun Law" published in Time. Later, what happened? Zakaria admitted the charges and subsequently apologized. Without mentioning the name of the Jill Lepore, he copied one paragraph and published in his article "Gun Laws" and also published in Time because it is very reputed. Later, some consequences appeared in between the both parties, and later admitted charges and apologized. Actually, what I did in my presentation, you please observe here. Actually, this is the case. Actually, I'm not collected. I mentioned the source from where I collected this. Like you see, this is the source. Are taken from the Hindu newspaper editorial education plus page number 1, which is published in 2012 August 20, written by Srikar. What I am doing, I am giving credit to the owner of this information. I am mentioning, I am giving total credit to the owner of this statement. Okay, if you present, because this source I mentioned by using a proper style like APS style, if you also use any information or present the source of that information, that will be excluded. And this is another case. This is also a very big case. Dr. CNN Rao, this is very familiar, like former director of IAS and the founder of Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research and advisor to Prime Minister of India. Then Manmohan Singh is the Prime Minister at that moment, like in the December 2000. And he indulged in plagiarism. He published an article, Journal of Advanced Materials, in this journal. And what happened actually, this is a PPT case. Actually, he's not the owner of that. He's not author. Actually, CNN Rao scholar wrote an article, copied some information, and published in that article. And he also, the scholar added Dr. CNN Rao in that. Unfortunately, he has to face so many problems. Later, that was cleared. Because he don't know. The scholar wrote an article, and copied so much of information from various places and added this CNN Rao name into that as a second author something. And this is also taken from a source mentioned below. And if you type in Google like vice chancellors, indulge, plagiarism, like if you type like that words, you can find so many things I've given in my presentation here. You see, like you see, I've given keywords. I've given keywords like you see, BC, India, indulge, plagiarism cases. Like I found so many cases in that. Because that means so many universities, vice chancellors in India also admitted plagiarism case. Yes, you can see that example I'm giving. This is Vice Chancellor of Delhi University sent to jail for plagiarism letter released. And this is the details about that because I want to explain it each and every. And this is another case. University of Hyderabad Vice Chancellor also admits to plagiarism. And so many other cases like Pondicherry University Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi, Kashi Vidyapith Vice Chancellor, and Lucknow University. So many vice chancellors also indulged plagiarism and copied information from various sources and presented their work without providing proper citation or acknowledgement. Don't do it that way. Whenever you copy anything, just you copy, no problem. Later you have to rewrite and you have to give the acknowledgement of the owner. Automatically that will be excluded. And what amounts to plagiarism? Actually, plagiarism starts from the sixth. If you copy 5 words, nobody will catch you. If you copy more than 6 words from any other source, automatically that will be detected by the software. Like 6 words in a row without quotes or references in plagiarism, that will be catched by the software. Anything more than 60% borrowing from other sources, some publishers will allow up to 60%. Depends on their strength. For example, if you want to publish your article in an international journal, they will not allow even 10% of copied information. If you publish any article in regional journals, even publishers allow up to 60%. More than that, I'll explain about my experience in this regard. Very recently, in Commerce Department, we have conducted one conference. In that, we have received almost 100 plus articles from various scholars. I've checked on 100 plus articles, and with almost 70 to 80% students' works are copied up to 70 to 80%, and we have rejected. Only few like 20 or 30 articles are within the limits, like within 30%. Later, some of the articles, scholars we have sent a mail to rewrite that, and later that seminar volume published with 50 plus articles. Remaining articles are rejected, and we have so many. Like broadly speaking about that, we have 3 types. Like intentionally, people will do plagiarism. People will copy from various sources, and the second is unintentional, and third is self-plagiarism. People will publish an article, and again from that information they will continue copy again and again and publish so many articles. And these are the 10 ways people will copy from various sources. Like I think you are able to see my presentation. Okay, Jyoti, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These are the 10 various types of plagiarism people will do, like submitting another's words word by word as one's word. Like we are copying a paragraph from internet and we are pasting in our document, and what we are telling that this is my own. That is nothing but code. The second one is Control C, and majority of the cases we used to follow in that way, like Control C and Control V. Wherever there is information, automatically we will select that and copy by using Control C and we'll paste. And certain significant portions of the text from a single source without alterations. Without any alteration, directly will copy and paste. That is one type of copying. And third is refine and replace, because according to my experience in Usman University, I've checked so many theses several times. In the first time, for example, any scholar getting almost 30 to 40% of plagiarism, what they are doing, they are rewriting the words in that, like finding a word and replacing that word with by using a synonym of that. That is nothing but finding and replacing, and later automatically that will be excluded when I check the second time. I don't think in that way, because software what we are using for Turnitin is not content based, it is concept based. If, for example, any student replace any word, still it catches. And remix, what it will do in that paraphrase from multiple sources made to be together. Like copying from one paragraph from one source, second paragraph from second source. An entire article is copied from various sources and remixed and published a new text. This is one type of plagiarism, and recycle borrows generously from various writers' previous work without citation. And hybrid combination of citation sources and without citation sources. Hybrid combination perfectly citation sources with copied passages without citation. People will copy so many things without citation, automatically that will be smashed out. Smashed out means mixes copied material from multiple sources. And it is nothing but creating some confusion in that article, even confusing to the software. And error 404, actually this is very dangerous. What some people, what they will do, they will copy one paragraph from one source and they will mention the other source. Like he watched one movie and he will tell that hero of that movie is another movie's hero. In that way, automatically software confuses and it will show that if that source and the citation is not matching and it will show error format. And aggregator includes proper citation to sources, but there is no innovation in that. Like in aggregator, what they will do, they will copy from various sources each and every paragraph, and they will also follow some standards. They will also acknowledge each and every paragraph, and they will provide references, bibliographies, whatever the standards they use. But there is no innovation in that because they will not add even one paragraph of that student's own knowledge. But this is nothing but aggregator. And a retreat like to include proper citation, and like for example, I want to publish one more article. In that, I will copy in my first article to some extent and paste it. In simple time, I will copy my own article in another forthcoming articles. It creates problems like that comes under third category of plagiarism. This is intentionally what is intentional plagiarism, and passing of one one's pre-written papers from the internet or other sources. We will copy and we will tell that this is my own. Copying an essay or article from the internet, online source, or without quoting or giving credit. Intentionally, people will do that. Cutting and pasting from many sources. Borrowing words or ideas from various students without giving credit to that. Unintentional, this is because even in small industry, our students are facing this type of problems. What is that? Here it is. Plagiarism unintentionally. The first one is paraphrasing because they don't know the proper English, proper presentation style, and how to change the words they don't know. And they, because of that poor knowledge in paraphrasing, they will depend on the existing one. And quotation poorly because they don't know standards. Without standards, they cannot present in a proper way, and citation poorly. These are the three cases where unintentional. And how to detect? How to teach all this? For example, the sophisticated vocabulary that suddenly appears. For example, the majority of this in this group are faculty members because they also value student papers. While valuation of that papers suddenly appears some sophisticated vocabulary in that. You can imagine that this student is copying. That in that way you can detect. And the second one is some fluent grammar depends on the student's knowledge because student having zero skills in providing in presenting English, but in his paper having a lot of fluent grammar or some paraphrasing is there, automatically we will detect. And somewhere you can also use some software existing on the internet, copy catch, board check, and plagiarism. You can use this and you can upload your document. You can check in that automatically it provides at what extent you copy. And yes, so this is the list of software available on internet. Anybody can use all these things like plagiarism.org. If you want your own, if you want to check your own document without taking anybody's help, you can directly go to these websites and you can upload your document and it automatically provides at what extent you copy it from internet. But before going to upload your document in any software in this or any other software, you please be careful because unfortunately that will be indexed if you are not concentrating into that website. before going to upload your document, you please check, you please search for the indexing part. So like people will tell that do not index or no repository, that type of words will be there in that website. If you select that option, then only your uploaded document will not be indexed on internet. Otherwise, what happens? Your document will be indexed into their server. If you check the same document again the second time, and it shows that you are copied 100%, that creates so many problems. Be careful before uploading. Majority of the software existing in this screen are free software, and Turnitin, Authenticate, and Archon. These three are a commercial one, and you cannot enter into that without paying or without subscribing. And people, what they will think that only in English we can control, we can check, we can also identify the copied information. But whereas languages also we can check by using software. Very recently, I've gone through one software. This is based on Indian languages, like Check for Click, CPF, anti-plagiarism software, which is exclusively for Indian language. It checks, for example, any language article like Hindi article or Telugu article, that your regional language article also check by using this software. So it covers all these software sub-languages. And this is the scope about that, and the bibliographic management software, because this part is already covered by Ramesh. And if you present any document, for example, any scholars are there in this group, they have to present their thesis by using some standards like bibliography literature or bibliography. If they follow some standards for presenting their chapters, automatically that will be excluded. For writing all these chapters by using standards, like you see, we have some commercial as well as open source software. Like commercial software like EndNote, Reference Manager, Ghostwrite, and open source software like Jabriff and Mendeley or Zotero. Anybody can download this free open source software, and to create bibliography by using a standard. It will ask for the file, what type of file you have, what type of style you want, like API or MLS, something like, and you use these resources, and you write your thesis by using all these standards. Automatically that will be excluded, because lack of knowledge, people will present in their own style. And here I'm presenting the websites of that course, like Jabriff. This is the site, and Mendeley, just free. This is free. Just go to that website, download that software, and upload your document, and it rewrites your bibliography or references according to a style mentioned. Like it will ask what type of style you want, like API or MLS, something like that. You follow that instructions. And Zotero, this is the site, Zotero, where you can download and use. And this is about Turnitin. And Turnitin processed nearly 100 million papers in only 1 year. Scope of Turnitin is almost 90%. And majority of the software existing in the internet that will not cover any commercial databases by checking. And what that software will do, it checks only in internet information. Only in internet information, that software will check and provides only 10 or 20% copy from that. But when this Turnitin having a lot of information, covers various commercial databases like 62 plus billion web pages stored, that is common to each and every software, and 734 plus million archived student papers. When you upload your document for checking, it cross-checks your document with all this information existing on internet and existing in commercial databases, existing in commercial journals. Like I'll share my example in this case. Here in Usman University, we subscribe a database called SciFinder. For that, we paid 46 lakhs. Because no software cannot enter into that software. For example, any student copy any information from that site, SciFinder, free software will not catch that information. But whereas Turnitin will enter into any commercial databases, and it cross-checks with the information existing in that database and student provided document, and it provides the similarity index, like how much, to what extent people are copied. And like you see, 165 billion articles from 1,40,000 plus journals, and 50,000 plus educational institutions. Their institutional repositories, digital libraries, and every institution it covers. Almost 90% of worldwide institutions follow Turnitin, and it covers 90, and it's a dynamic website. Each and every day they include so much of information existing on internet and computer. And when you check your document in Turnitin, a report will be like this. A report will be like this, like you see. Your whatever the copied information that will be highlighted with a color, like you see in this slide, that will be highlighted with a color, and it will also mention a number about that color. Like that is nothing but the serial number of the source from where the student is copying. This is another page, like you see, all these two paragraphs, first two paragraphs are copied from one source, and the second line is copied. And you see, entire this page is totally copied from various sources. This red color is copied from red source and one source, and the pink, violet, pink, and something, so many things are copied from various sources. And report will be like this if you go. Finally, similarity, like copied information will be displayed like this. That document contains 39% copied information from various sources. These are the sources list provides at the bottom of that similarity page. And if you check the same document in any software, like free software, like this is plagiarism check for X, report will be like this. So usually the dark color is the plagiarized one, and the light green color is the unique one, that is your own application. And the report will be like this. The percentage, 22% is duplicated, and when it was checked, at what time it was checked, and how many words that page, how many pages, how many words that document contains, everything will be displayed in the report. Even Turnitin will also give in that same way. And consequences, for example, if you copy, what happens? Consequences are very dangerous. Like you see, destroys student reputation. Like you see, a student to be barred from entering college from this course, like suspended or expulsion. If any student copies any information caught by the software, and authorities will suspend that student. In that way, student reputation will destroy, and destroys professional reputation. For example, if any scholar copies publishes copied information or thesis in that particular subject profession, that student's reputation will be destroyed. And destroys academic reputation, like in that particular department, people will copy every time. In that way, that will be known. And legal problems, like you see, author has the right to sue a plagiarist, and author will claim fines. Also, some copied person will have a jail time and community service. So many things, like these are the punishments. Like civil case, if anybody caught, automatically that's true that author will have to face so many problems. And monetary problems, like later they have to pay something like this. A few seconds back, I've given one example. One person will come to media that my story is stolen by the producer or director, and the cinema is successfully running, and I'll file a case on that director and something like. Later some monetary adjustments will be there in between the owner of that story and producer. And finally, what happens if students or scholars will go in that direction? The research will especially be in a plagiarism. Like all the information existing in that particular information is plagiarized. No research will develop or no innovation will be there. Every time copied information will be published again and again. And some penalties like suspension, expulsion, and even scholars, they have to repay the scholarships what they have taken. So many things have happened in various universities, but whereas not in Usman University, we are not in that serious way, and we are almost rejected some cases, like almost 52 cases. This is rejected, and they are not in submissions. Okay? How to avoid? This is very important. How to avoid all these things? Just plan ahead before going to write your thesis or article. Just you plan ahead, and you differentiate the information, your own information, copied information, or something like, and classify information. Facts and common knowledge is no need for citation. Opinions, definitions, attitudes, ideas, theories, everything comes under plagiarism. That information. For example, if I present a definition which is there on internet, I can use that definition, but I have to mention from where I have copied that. definitions we have to cite. For facts, common knowledge like any chemical reaction or chemistry formula or mathematical formula, you can directly use that without giving any citation or bonus information. And any artworks, graph statements, or any something like you have to cite. And cite and cite. Each and every where you have to present the source of that information, like you please acknowledge the owner of that information. Where after and cite. And for example, while writing your document, if you are facing some problems, then finally you can also take help from the librarians, because librarians also having some knowledge in organizing your information or citation styles, bibliography, something like, they will help in that way. And supervisors also help. And also you can also contact the persons like plagiarism experts. So many people are coming to me and I'm guiding them. And you can also take help of some free software available on internet, on even if your institution purchases, subscribes commercial one, you can use that software and you can check your document several times. Before going to upload your document, you please check do not index. That is very important. You please underline this word, do not index. Because if you index that document, it creates so many problems. These are the things where if you cite and quote, that will be your own. And citation, no quotation, that is one of the sign. No citation, no quotation, people will think that that is your own idea. And give credit to the author. And do not use Control-C and Control-V, copy and paste. And in my presentations in various places, one of the students asked me how to avoid the basic question. My suggestion is, what people will do, students or they will write so many exams. Before writing, they will read so many textbooks. They will read so many textbooks and they will write the exam, and the student will get 80 or 90%, 90 marks in that exam. When you cross-check, when you compare with the textbook information and students' answer sheet, that will not match. What happens there? Student will read so many textbooks and student will present the same information according to their own style. Here in this research also, you collect information from various sources. You read and you rewrite in your own style, that will be excluded from the plagiarism or any copyright laws. And you please use style manuals for presenting your references or your literature or bibliography, and like a style or style manual. And these are the quotation already covered by Ramesh. Just I'm skipping. Like, for example, if you copy from a textbook, how to present. If you copy from internet source, how to present. If you copy from a journal source, how to present. These are the citation styles and quotations, like direct or indirect. Some APS style quotations will be that. This already covered by Ramesh. I will repeat. And like you from book, like this book chapter, you have to mention in that way. And the article, website, something like database. A page from website, entire website, you have to mention by using standard. And these are the styles. And this is very important. You please observe my my slide carefully, because this is my experience. One of the scholar in Usman University, he submitted his paper, his PhD thesis, entire in this way. Have you identified any malpractice in this text? Any faculty member? Okay, I will only explain what that student did. Before submitting their thesis to myself, they replaced all O's as zeros. That student replaces all L's as 1. Yes, you see relationships. PION actually PI0N. And political, POLITACAL, L replaced with 1. For example, if you check this document by using any software, no software will catch this document. And finally, this person got 0% of copied information. Later, what I did, I replaced zeros and ones with O's and L, and this person got 93% copied information in their PhD thesis. that thesis is rejected, not rewritten that student, and that actually is not stopped his research actually because of this malpractice. And this is another way student will do malpractice by using this, like you see. For this student, what he did, in front of each and every word, he added I. He added I, and which is that I is in small size, and he applied white color for that I, because we cannot see that whenever you apply white color to the text, we cannot see. But I have converted into black here for showing you on. They applied I in a black white color and in a small size, because if they put in big size, in between word space will be more. Automatically we can catch that. That is the reason what the student is very intelligent, and the size of that I is reduced to 3 or 4 points, because usually we will put 12 points for text and applied color white, and this also got 0%. Later, if any student getting below 5 or 10%, automatically I'll check, I'll concentrate more in that, because nobody will get that type of percentage in the first instance. And this is another thing. This is very pity and different type of case. What this student did, he removed spaces in between words. He removed spaces in between words, like you see, very big word. For example, total entire paragraph is in single word. When I check this document by using any software, no software will catch, because there is no word with that in any internet or any database. Finally, you will get 0%. Later, I've tested all these things, and these people got almost 80+%, and that was rejected. And this is another way, like for each and every paragraph, that student put quotations. Quoted word, quoted sentence automatically explodes. For example, Rabindranath Tagore mention any quotation. Usually, we will see that there is a statement given by Mahatma Gandhi or Vivekananda, where the quotation and mention the author name. That quoted words will be automatically excluded by the software. Here, each and every paragraph is quoted. That here report will be in 0 or 1-2%. That also rejected. This is another very difficult one. Physics student submitted PhD. Actually, this is not text. This is an image. In this slide, text. This is not text. This is image. That student converted image by using print screen into text by using print screen, converted as image, and pasted that image in each and every Word document. The entire document having images, not text, because no software will check images. Because software will check images, but this type of image will not be there on internet. And my conclusion is lack of knowledge. People will copy and paste, and you try to attend some workshops, plagiarism workshops, or something like. To know about plagiarism and how to avoid that, how to present citations, how to use things like just you follow instructions in that way. And this is I'm not presenting the source, unable to show. Very recently, somebody sent to my WhatsApp here without having any source for this. Actually, this type of research is going on in institutions, like thesis from one student and thesis from another student, and scholar will mix both the things, and professor asking that head will be the first student, total body will be the copied from the second student, the final thesis will be in that. Like that, students are producing PhD thesis, and research is going on in that. Good research in Australia, whereas in other universities also. And so many questions like, for example, if this type of course, this type of presentation, students will get in the starting of their research, that will be more beneficial. Like these are the output, and this is my last one. Actually, in the morning, Ramesh started with a quotation, and I'm closing with a quotation. Actually, the quotation is in the lighter side, a small quotation. If you steal from one author, it's a plagiarism. If you steal from many, it's a research. Actually, what I did in this slide, this is not my own. This is taken from a source where I have mentioned the owner of this source, like Wilson Misner, American playwright or writer, mentioned this information, which I was used same information with the quotations. If you use in the same way in your presentation, just you copy. Nobody will stop you. You copy and paste in your work, and you put in the quotations, and you also mention the owner of that information below that quotation. That automatically excludes from the presentation. You please follow these instructions, and thank you for this. You can ask any questions. If you have any doubts, you can clarify. Jyoti madam.
Sir.
మీ స్టూడెంట్స్ అడగండి ఎవరైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయేమో రీసెర్చ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్ యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్.
You can ask any doubts on this session. All the participants are requested to ask any doubts on this session.
Hello.
Tell me, sir. Who's speaking? Who's speaking?
Sir, myself, Indra Kumar.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, I have one doubt. Every authentication softwares are payable.
Yes. Commercial.
Sir, any free softwares are there for checking the plagiarism?
I have given a big list now in my slide. I will share my presentation.
Okay, sir.
Almost 10 to 15 websites I have given in that slide.
Yeah.
One of the best one in that is Viper, because if it is free, you have to use that. You have subscription, commercial one you can use. Otherwise, Exchequer, Duplicate Checker, Viper, these are the software available on internet. You can open that website, you upload your document, and before uploading your document, you please observe one thing, that do not index that.
Okay, sir.
Unfortunately, if you are not mentioning that option, your document will be indexed into that website server. Later, you will face lot of problems. For example, same document, if I check in Usmania, and it shows 100%, because that document is existing in that software server. Okay? You be careful before uploading your document. So many software in my presentation slide that I will share.
Okay. Sir, please share your presentations.
I'll share this after presentation.
Okay.
I will share my presentation to Jyoti madam. Jyoti madam will send to you all mails. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone is there? Okay, thank you, sir, for your excellent presentation on plagiarism and citations and different types of softwares and how to avoid the plagiarism. It will be very useful to our research writings. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Principal Garu, Bhaskar Garu, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Now, vote of thanks. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for the event to all dignitaries who have participated in this webinar. I would like to thank our resource persons, Dr. A. Chakravarti sir and P. Ramesh sir, who honored this program with valuable presentations. I would like to thank our principal sir and vice principal madam for encouragement and support to conduct this program. I would like to thank our library committee members, Srimati Geeta Sri madam, for their support and encouragement. My special gratitude to Dr. D. Muniswamy sir, Assistant Professor Economics, for his help and technical support to make this webinar successful. Finally, I thank you all the participants on behalf of BJR Government Degree College for participating in this webinar. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your ideas and lectures, sir.